YouTube friends and family. I decided to brave it today, and I am in one of the Friendly Knoll Farm greenhouses, and it's a little drizzly, but nothing awful. They just have the most amazing flowers and very unique things you don't find. You know, all of this is, of course, not for sale, but things you don't always find. So I am going to do some tomato shopping, maybe try a couple different ones. And this is one of very many greenhouses to go through. So I'll take you along. I also have, I don't know if you can see the big black hen running back there. They have chickens, they have bunnies, they have goats. They have it all. Somebody's happy. Here come some duckies. So it's a very fun place to visit. Here is greenhouse number 2. And I was here a couple weeks ago, and I'm amazed at how much things have grown. This is more the flowers, but they do have grapevines. They have lots of strawberries. My strawberries wintered over finally. Echinacea or coneflower. So a lot of perennials, hibiscus, tons of potted plants, and this is called a hummingbird plant. I really am not in the market for perennials. My beds are pretty full, but they just have so many pretty hostas and very unique flowers. Tons of lavender. The one I purchased a couple weeks ago from them is doing wonderfully. So just a little bit, delphiniums, just a little bit of everything, little rose bushes. My butterfly bush died. I'm not going to replace it. They get huge. That's a lily of some sort. And some herbs here. So let's see. It's hard to find sage, but this looks pretty healthy. And maybe some basil. And then here's more of their ever-bearing strawberries. Sorry about bobbling around, guys. And some hydrangeas, just anything you can think of. So here's my cart so far, and I'm gonna keep going. My camera lens is kind of fogging up with the humidity, but just look at the amount of flowers. It smells so amazing in here. Gerber daisies, ivy, calabracchia, a little bit of dahlias, some coleus. Coleus my chickens destroy. Millet, how about that? So yes, and aren't these lovely too? I'm so steamed up y'all can't even see. The final greenhouse. So you see they have huge selection of pretty much anything you could absolutely want. Kind of wanted some flowers for my green stalk, and I'm not seeing exactly what I want yet, so we'll keep on looking. Miss Jolene, you want to tell the people you're feeling better? Yeah, hello ladies. So there's Violet, Fancy Ray, Miss Jolene. Her right eye seems to be a little swollen, so I think that's why she looks kind of sleepy, but she's just been resting and eating, and her sissies have been like right with her all day. So let me share with you some information about what I'm going to do to have a more secure. I hope you all will excuse the weed eating that needs to be done. I haven't wanted to do anything close to the coop because my babies are kind of goosey. So from this roof line over and then down, This is all going to be securely enclosed, and there will be a door on the outside here. So there will be no open area like there is now when I just link the gates together. And I know there's a lot of mud on that fence too. Guys, this place needs some attention, but right now my chickens are still kind of upset and I don't want to do anything that distresses them. What are you doing, Fancy Way? You being fancy? Yeah. I'm having a bit of trouble in the morning with them not wanting to go from their nighttime coop into the run because they are afraid. It's kind of sad. It's chilly here today, but what do you see? Yes, this is my new Accurite weather station. I will leave a link to it in the description box. This is a solar paneled weather station. It is Wi-Fi accessible. It has an indoor display that tells you wind speed, wind direction, rain amount, humidity, temperature. So one of the reasons I was so interested in this is because even though we have weatherchannel.com, many towns like my town have some microclimate areas. It's always very windy here. I don't know if I can do this well. It's a gorgeous day, but it's cold, y'all. You see right here, we had a lot of wind last night, so a neighbor lost a portion of a tree. I didn't have any damage, thank goodness, but I promised you a garden tour. Y'all, we've had so much rain, everything is muddy, so I'm gonna apologize in advance for the state of my garden. I've done some weeding, not a ton, but let me just show you that things are looking up. If you all remember, here are my broccoli that were teeny tiny a couple days ago. I have some marigolds planted here and there just as pest deterrents. I have weeds obviously to pull. Back here I have cabbages. They are quite large. So far no pest pressure. I do have some chicken wire I can put over if I get the nibblers. Over here I have 3 yellow tomatoes. They are looking quite green and healthy. Back here are slicer tomatoes, and if you see, I'm kind of proud of this, y'all. I've got a little bloom starting here. So even though I had some yellowing of bottom leaves, and excuse my sniffage too, I'm very pleased that they seem to be pulling out of it. I have my memory stone here, my chair here. And let me show you something else, y'all. Speaking of predators, you see the knob on my recycle bin and the handle and the other knob? I don't know if this is raccoon. That would be my suspicion. I don't think it's squirrel, and I don't think it's fox, but I'm kind of just using yard waste and not putting any food waste in for a while so I don't attract anything. These 2 beds are still empty. I need to do some seed planting, but again, it is squishy wet. My garlic, if you see here, I have a couple rows of Walla Walla onions. Nothing here yet. This is going to be a seed area. These 2 will probably be flower areas. Oh, don't fall down. As will these 2. I do have some flowers that I started from seed that are really going gangbusters and lots of grass. That is some lavender. My mint and lemon balm are also doing well. So in here, I plan to do some loofah. Over here, some little baby blue pumpkins and some gourds. I have a lot of grass to get out. Unfortunately, the bunnies seem to really like my sweet peppers. I only have 2 that I started from seed. We'll see if they pull through. I think they will. They've just had a pretty slow start. Here I have 3 rows of the strawberry popcorn up. hoping and praying that it, you know, doesn't attract all the varmints, but it may. And then lots and lots of tomatoes, guys. But I like to make a lot of tomato products. These are a combination of some slicers, some Amish paste. So I do have kind of a variety. But looky here, I've got blooms already on May 10th. Here I have a combination of jalapeno and, let's see, oh goodness, these other hot peppers called orange spice or orange peach or something. Very, very hot, tiny peppers. So that is a new thing for me. And then I have my 4 little cucumbers that I hope make it. Again, I got some nibblers, as you see. I do think rabbits can get through some of these under posts. So, you know, that's probably how they're getting in. Over here, I have a combination of what looks to be a volunteer sunflower. These are turnips. I have some rutabaga. They're very small, but they're coming up, and some parsnips, and lots of beets. And this has not come up very well, but it is another root vegetable as well. So, you know, overall, and grass. I still have a lot of work to do in my garden, but for May 10th, I'm very, very pleased. Here on the deck, I have quite a bit of rosemary, a little bit of sage that the squirrel has dug up twice, some basil, a really pretty potted petunia that I got at the garden center. But y'all, look at this. Amazing. So this will grow sort of like a romaine lettuce. It is called a mint lettuce. It doesn't taste like mint, but that's what it's called. A couple stevia plants that I purchased. 2 strawberry cherry tomato plants that I didn't have room for in the garden at the time. So I popped them in here for right now. I may transplant those as well. And then all of these are radishes. So my veggie pod has done very, very well. And I still have a flat of flowers to plant. This crazy Ohio weather. I started out in shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm freezing, so now I have a winter sweater on. So just to share with you a couple things that I have set out to plant as soon as it's dry enough. When it's as muddy as the garden beds are right now, I just get globs, and it's not very conducive for my seeds to get a good start. I do have some Blue Lake bush beans. I have the hiccups as well. Some of the gourd and squash variety I have are some zucchini black beauty. These are the, Jack B. Little pumpkins. I am going to give a shot to the straight neck yellow squash as well. I enjoy those. If I can find a spot. I really want to try to get some birdhouse gourds. I just think that would be a lot of fun. And you pick them after the first frost, so it says it's popular for making bottles, birdhouses, and many other useful items. So, you know, we'll give those a shot. The only full-size pumpkin I got is a blue squash. It is supposed to have a very sweet meat. It's a Cedarville. It's a popular variety in Australia. Superb quality, very decorative, keeps well. So we'll be direct selling those. I have my loofah or loofah seeds from last year. And then I always plant some sunflowers. So I decided to replenish my Mongolian ones because they have not been germinating very well. The seeds were kind of old. And a lot of times the birds get the seeds before I do. They aren't quite as big as they look in the picture, but they get very, very tall, like over my 6-foot privacy fence. And then I have some chocolate cherry sunflowers that I grew last year that are absolutely stunning. I also have a whole bunch of flower seeds. I have some zinnias that I saved from last year. I have some Canterbury bells, some daisies, some asters, some tweedia. So I'm going like blue, purple, pink for most part. The, as soon as I say that, the Queen Lime Red zinnias, aren't those very pretty? Oops, and I'm throwing seeds. Hollyhock. Black Cosmos, which they're almost a purple color. And then the Hungarian blue poppy. I never have good luck with poppy, so I'm trying the Hungarian ones to see if that works. So, lots of gardening things to come. I appreciate y'all's patience with me. It's been a rough week, you know, but I'm not crying today, so that's good. The best I can tell with Jolene, it looks like her left eye looks normal, her right eye looks a little poofy. I don't think she's blind in that eye, but I think it got scratched or injured in some way. I've also noticed she's lost more feathers on one side than the other, but she's eating, she's drinking, she's laying, she's sleeping a lot. And I've been doing a lot of research about how to help your chicken after a fox attack. And basically it's just supportive care if there's no, like, if it's a trauma injury and not so much like a wound that you need to take care of. So it was a good lesson for me that I didn't think my girls were at risk to predators. I since have learned that's not the case. So having one big long run that I don't have to open and close doors or worry about something climbing into is going to be a great relief. I had originally thought about like a whole new additional chicken coop. And then when Steve, thank you Steve, came over today, we kind of brainstormed, and he's brilliant with building things. He's the gentleman that did my fence around the garden and many other home repairs for me. He has a mindset on how to extend the tall coop and build supports down so that there is no space. It's all wired in. So extremely windy today. I'm hoping that'll dry the ground out a little bit, but guys, I think it's gonna rain again tomorrow. I mean, all this rain is great for making things grow, but it's not so great for trying to get your garden in. So I plan to see you all next week. I know this video was maybe a little shorter than some of my other videos, but I can't really go out and like plant my green stalk right now. Everything is just so wet and so muddy, and frankly it's too cold. So tomorrow I will be going to the hardware store to pick up a few things. I'm doing a few minor things I try to each year. My microwave needs replaced. Steve's going to do that for me. My mailbox needs replaced. He's going to do that for me. So I'm going to be picking up a lot of materials and supplies. I want to get the girls some sand for their baby pool, for their dust bathing, and so on and so forth. So I will see you all on Tuesday. Do me a big favor, if you will. Go ahead and smash that like button. Again, I thank you all for your sweet wishes and kind prayers and messages of encouragement. They've meant more to me than you could possibly know. And guys, I know I'm kind of pale today. Not really sure why. Must have rubbed all my makeup off. But I'm feeling fine. Okay, guys, I will see you on Tuesday. But until then, be healthy, be well, be blessed, and take care.